girl from Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe, she is Kata Harare. Harare, got me feeling like Mugabe.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Guess who we have here again? It's Denise. You guys love seeing her face so much, so I was like, I need to do a smoky bit on her. So today we're going to be playing with some blue glitter and we're going to be flushing out the lips. To start off guys, I'm just going to be cleaning her skin with some Johnson baby wipes. And then of course I'm going to be using my E.L.F setting spray and then my Becca mattifying primer. Like this is like the compulsory stage guys. And then onto the brows, I'm going to be using my ABH Brow Wiz in soft brown. And basically, I'm just going to be outlining the brows. I tend to focus on the tail because that's usually where people would have like sparse hair. So I just kind of like outline the brows and create the shape that I want. And then once I'm satisfied, I like to go in with some brow powder. And for her today, I'm using my ABH Brow Powder in chocolate. And that's pretty much it, guys. And then to clean up underneath the brows, I'm going to be using my MAC concealer in NC40. And I'm just going to use this to clean and highlight underneath her brows. And then I figured out that I actually didn't fill in the other brows. So I was like, I'm going to be using a brow pomade instead of the powder and see if it makes any difference. And there was like no big difference. The brows were pretty much identical. So for the top of her brows, I went in with my Studio Finish Concealer in NC45 and NC50. I mixed both shades together to get the shade closer to her skin tone. So onto the face guys, I'm going to be using my black Opal stick foundation in the shade Truly Topaz for her today, and this is equivalent to MAC's NC45 shade. And I basically just apply this to her face and make sure to spray my brush with some E.L.F setting spray, and then I'm just going to buff the product into her skin.
Promise you stay with me, I'm gonna be forever.
Once we're done with the foundation, I'm going to be using my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Medium Beige, and I'm going to be using this to highlight her face. So I'm just going to apply it to the areas that I want to highlight, and then I'm going to be going in with a damp beauty blender just to buff the product into her skin. To contour her face, I'm going to be using my ABH Cream Contour Kit in Deep, and I think I went in with the shade Chocolate, and I was like, I need to use something different other than the Ben Nye Cream Shadow, because I feel like that's all I ever use in my tutorials, and I absolutely love contouring with other products as well, and this is one of them. So I was like, I'm going to use this instead of the cream shadow. And basically, I'm just applying this to the areas of the face that, I want to contour and bring dimension to. So once we're done with the contouring and the highlighting, you guys already know I always go back in with my foundation brush and just buff everything together to make sure it's seamless. So to set her highlighted areas, I'm going to be using my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder.
Is it not true that I do this for the way you do this for me?
So guys, I noticed that I actually never showed that I set the brows in my video, and I don't know why, but I do like to set the concealer under the brows just very lightly with some setting powder. For the rest of her face, I'm going to be using my MAC Miniralise Skin Finish Natural in the shade Dark. To contour her nose, I'm going to be using my ABH Contour powder in the shade Havana, and then for the rest of her face, I'm going to be using the shade Cinnamon, and this is just a bit darker and warmer. I'm just going to go in and apply some, more powder so we can bake while we do the eyeshadow. And then to reverse contour her face, I'm going to be using my MAC Miniralise Skin Finish in Dark, and this is just a powder I used on her face. So onto the eyes, I'm going to be transitioning with MAC's eyeshadow on Texture, and this shadow has to be one of my favorite transition shadow in Women of Color. It is so soft and natural on the skin. It is such a pretty shade. Absolutely love it. Next, I'm going to be using MAC's eyeshadow in Brown Script. I'm going to be using this to warm up our eye area. I'm just applying it to the outer corner and then gradually buffing it into the crease area. And then I'm going to be going in with Makeup Geek's eyeshadow in Bitten, which is like a deeper, plummy, reddy color. And basically, guys, I'm just building up intensity at this stage. So for her base, I'm going to be using my Inglot gel liner in number 77. And I absolutely love using gel liner when I'm doing like a smoky base because it just makes everything super dark. And then for the shadow, I'm going to be using my Makeup Geek's eyeshadow in Corrupt. And I'm going to basically use this to set the gel liner into place. So once we're done applying the black eyeshadow, I'm going to take just a tiny bit of the shadow onto a blending brush, and this is basically where the work begins. I start buffing everything out gradually. I go back in with the brown eyeshadow, you know, just to buff out the black, and then I go back in with the reddish eyeshadow to buff out the brown eyeshadow. So basically I start working my way up, guys, up until I get like the super blended effect that I want. So at this stage, I was like, I'm gonna put some glitter on your eyes, Denise. So I decided to go with my Lime Crime glitter in Scorpio, I think. And I basically applied some glitter glue and I took like a wide blending brush. I love using wide blending brushes to apply glitter because it just makes everything really sparse and effortless. And then just to line our eyes, I'm going to be using my Inglot gel liner in number 77. I'm sorry guys, my big head blocked it, but when I'm doing smoky eyes, I'm not very fussy with the liner. So I'm just going to apply some of this onto her waterline also, and then I'm just going to smudge some of the black eyeshadow underneath her waterline. And then I'm going to go back in with some of that dark brown eyeshadow and just, you know, smudge out the black eyeshadow. And once we're done doing this, of course, I'm going to take like the warmy brown eyeshadow, there we go, and smudge out the dark brown eyeshadow. Like, same thing with the transition area. So once we're done with that, I'm going to be using the face powder, and I'm just going to be like dusting off all the excess baking powder of her face. For her blush, guys, I'm going to be using my MAC's Miniralise Blush Love thing. And guys, this blush is my second favorite bridal blush to use actually. And guys, I'm going to highlight her face using my Inglot Sparkling Dust in number 3. I have not stopped using, I've literally stopped using every other highlighter I have in my kit, and this is all I've been using, guys. I'm obsessed. And then of course I was like, I'm going to go in with more highlighter, and I added the Sparkling Dust in number 1. I am obsessed, guys. So to set the rest of her face, I'm using my Skindinavia setting spray. Then onto her lips, I'm going to be using my MAC lip liner in Cork just to outline her lips and fill it in gradually, lightly. And then I'm going to be using my OCC lip tar in Digitalis, and this is my favorite light pink, blushed pink kinda. I just love this pink shade. And I'm just, you know, applying this all over the lips and going to go back in with the liner to make everything look all seamless and well blended. And then I'm going to be using some of the foundation I used in her face to just, you know, like plain an outline around her lips. And I always go on top of this with some powder because we don't want the foundation to move any of the lip product. And then for her lashes, I can't remember what lashes these are, guys. I think Denise gave me the lashes. It has to be, because I really cannot remember what lashes these are. I think she gave them to me, and if she did, I'm going to ask her and put the name down below because they were super pretty and dramatic. And then just to blend her natural lashes with the falsies, I went in with my Maybelline Great Lash Mascara. And that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you all enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you all so much for actually staying tuned and watching the whole thing. And don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to share this video with all your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you never ever miss a video. And I'll see you all in my next tutorial.